Day 136. I'm here at Slab City, Salvation Mountain, just 3 miles east of Nyland.
My name is Leonard Knight, and I came in here in 1984, about 23 years ago, and I estimate 100,000 gallons of paint. And when my hot air balloon rotted out, I was going to stay here 1 week and make an 8 full. 23 years later, and about 100,000 gallons of paint, and I'm still here. And I want to stay here another 23 years because I want to show you a little thing in here. I don't know if you can take pictures in here, it's kind of dark.
Yeah, I can get it.
But I found a lot of broken glass on the highway, and I put pictures into it. And people took a tremendous liking to it.
Oh, wow.
I'd like to show you there a little bit.
Okay.
7,000 bales of hay.
And most of the supplies are donated?
Huh?
Most of the supplies are donated? Like
almost everything is donated.
Yeah.
For ever since I was 61, I get $250 a month, which I don't need because people want to help me if they want to. I want the mountain to be a give me mountain. Don't give me if you don't want it, and I won't give you if you don't want it. But you can't outgive, I guess, because people are good to me and I want to be good to them.
Yeah, there's a lot of hospitality out there. I'm finding that. There's a lot of hospitality out there. I'm finding
Oh, yes. Yeah, this mountain couldn't be built on one alone. Everybody in the whole United States loves what I'm doing now at the same time. And I'd like to show you a tree in here. That's my handmade car tire tree. I made that tree with a wheelbarrow. Oh, wow. And I'd like to show you how. I found a tractor tire out in the desert and filled it full of wet adobe. Then I found car tires out in the desert by the hundreds. And I filled it full of wet adobe and poked sticks into the adobe. Oh, yeah. And when the clay is wet, I take a half a gallon of adobe and hit it with my fist, and I got a flower.
Oh, wow.
So I poke flowers all over the place. And then I find limbs out in the desert, and I pull them in with my truck, and I've got to come along to pull them up in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And if I can get it. And I'd like to show you here. That's a tractor tire tree. Oh, I find tractor tires out in the desert.
Yeah.
And the bigger the tire, the bigger the tree.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to, just for fun, take a look at this in here. Making flowers is fun. 50 flowers in a day by just hitting them. So I like making flowers. Anyway, I'd love to show you the clay that the whole mountain's made out of. Okay. That's the solid clay. Okay. And the whole mountain gives me that. See how hard it is? Yeah. Like that. You take and hit it with your fist, and you got a flower. So, making flowers is kind of a fun part. Yeah. Last summer, I made a handmade car tire tree archway out of junk in the desert. And people really took a liking to that. Yeah. All over. I made this tree from scratch with come along and sticks out in the desert. And if I get 6 more big sticks up there, I can lay the bales of hay on the sticks. Oh, yeah. With about 7,000 more bales of hay. I want to dome the whole thing over as a museum. Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. Lately, I've been doing more gabbing than doing.
Well, it's kind of cold out right now.
It's been cold, especially if you get into the wet adobe. Yeah. And I did that a couple of years ago, and I got I didn't get sick. I've got to take it easy. Yeah. I want to coast along another 25 years here. And if I think I'm young and throwing bales up here, I just wait until somebody younger comes along. Yeah. And I'd like to show you the yellow brick road and the painted part. Okay. With your camera. Yeah. Would you mind spending another 5 minutes with me? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In here. This will take a minute to tell, but I've spent 14 years making a hot air balloon, and I made it in Nebraska, and it rotted out on me here, and it never got up. But after 1,000 bales of hay, this is the inside of that hot air balloon that rotted out on me. And about 9 years ago, it started to crack on me. So I told God I'm quitting, it's falling down. And God brought in some tractor tires. And luckily I filled it full of adobe. And it was the first handmade car tire tree I ever made. And the Lord really designed it for me because I didn't know highly what was going on. And then I got 6 truck tires out in the desert and 10 old car tires. And it's a handmade car tire tree. And it was cracking a lot. And every time there'd be a big crack in the adobe, I'd put a stick to it. And the more it cracked, the tougher it got. And 7 years ago, I got a nice big book in Germany magazine. My handmade car tire tree holding up a rotted out balloon and bales of hay. And now it's really, my trees are becoming famous all over the place. And I'd love to have you come in here, look up in there if you want to. I'm really pleased that you came. I got skylights and birds. I've even got a car window up there if you see it. A car door.
Oh yeah, right, car door.
Yeah, and this is God's honest truth. This rotted out balloon is in the Baltimore, Maryland American Visionary Art Museum in Baltimore, Maryland. They bought a big brewery back in there making a great big museum, and they took the love part of that rotted out balloon and put it on the inside of that big museum in Baltimore, Maryland.
Oh wow.
And I'm so excited about that. I'm excited about putting God's love to the whole world and keep it simple.
Yeah.
I'm really thrilled you came along.
Yeah, it was
next
nice.
Sunday, the 3rd Sunday in January, I'm going to have 150 people come in from the West Coast, East Coast. And a guy on TV said, fly into Los Angeles Airport, San Diego Airport, and Phoenix Airport and rent cars.
Yeah.
They said there might be as many as 150 coming
Oh, wow.
at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Is there a website for this place?
Yes, many of them. I'd like to give you one before you leave.
Okay.
And I'm thrilled about people that have an adventure. Many people come by doing different things, and they all come in here and we get along like 2 peas in a pod, it seems like. And like, who ever heard in this day and age, walking all the way across the country?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd like to show you that yellow brick road.
Okay.
Maybe walk up there with your camera.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's the yellow brick road. You can sure walk up there if you want to.
Okay. Well, it's nice meeting you.
Yeah, and I'm never gonna move the mountain, so if you ever get back in the area, it'll be here.